Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. So today we continue our topic 5. It's about the floor plan. It's about the introduction about floor plan. Okay, so when we look for these pictures, okay, there are type of the floor plan. Okay, so for example, this is a drawing plan. Okay, need 3D as perspective for plan. Okay, and then perspective view, same and each other, and one this is a detail and drawing, so they focus on the one areas. Okay, so we go through for introduction about the floor plan. Floor plan are the scale drawing that show the relationship between the rooms, space and physical features viewed from above. They provide a way to visualize how people will move through the space. The floor plan makes it easier to check if the space is suitable for its intended purpose, work through any potential challenges, and redesign before moving forward into more elaborate planning or the building stage. There are many types of the floor plan, ranging from very simple sketches to completely dimension and detailed floor plan working drawing. For example, okay, they have 3 or 4 line and that elaborates for your floor plan. First is a single line, abbreviates, pictorial, and bird eye view floor are sufficient for true layout and preliminary design purpose, but are not accurate or complete enough to the use as a working drawing. Accurate floor must be complete with the dimension and material symbol. Okay. Okay, this is a furniture floor plan. Okay, so the function sometimes for the marketing, yeah, to view for what function of the area. For example, for the living room, okay, they have the kitchen table here, okay, and then they have the set sofa for the living room. So the owner of the building want to buy this building knows this area for what, right? Okay, for example, for the bedroom, this bedroom, okay, they put the single bedroom, single apa tilam lah, right? So kita tahulah this area untuk apa, bilik bujang, kalau yang tu orang kata tilam untuk double, itu untuk maksudnya tu master bedroom, ataupun kita tahu ruang tu adalah a big scale. Okay, another is the electrical floor plan, yang mana dia is focus for the symbol for electrical. Okay, for example, this area macam mana, this area, this one is for what, and this line for what. There is a line for the attachment, attach lah the line to the lighting light. Okay, so security floor, the green one. Okay, they have a CCTV symbol. Plumbing, so where the plumbing ni inlet lah, yes, from the main pipe. So dekat sini ada dia punya apa legend yang mengatakan line warna merah for the hot water, light blue is a cold water, another is waste line. Waste line is apa, plumbing untuk waste line untuk sisa kumbahan kamu. Alright, so they have 4 types for the line yang kena tahu for the when you want to doing the drawing floor plan. First is solid line lah, to show all the visible edge of the object. The weight of thickness of this line is varied. Okay. Heavy solid line, a cut of profile line. Kalau kamu potong, selalunya digunakan untuk section, XX, YY, ZZ. So kita gunakan heavy solid line. Light solid line is elevation line. And then dash line to show the hidden edge of the object and important overhead construction. Dan putus-putus tu. Okay, so the hidden line to show the concealed edge of the object and complete hidden object. Like for the example, the foundation of the building or structure covered by the earth, and only the most important features are show the hidden line. Otherwise, the drawing should be cluttered. For example, tadilah saya cakap foundation di bawah tanah. Jadi kita tak nak menunjukkan bangunan kamu tu ada foundation, kita buatlah dash line di atas kolom, di bawah kolom. Okay, kat sini dia hidden line dia apa? Tank below earth. Maksudnya tank dia di bawah tanah. Right. And then is pattern line to show the important overhead construction, like example, exposed beam on the living room ceiling, the edge of the roof, overhang and balcony above, and change the ceiling height. Okay, phantom line ni yang berada di atas tu, yang menunjukkan oh benda tu level dia lain sikit, berada di bawah. Alright, kalau kamu nampak kat sini, permukaan yang atas ni phantom line dia, dia surface dia nampak dia ada line sikit, terang sikit berbanding dengan yang tak attach untuk level tu. Nak menunjukkan phantom line ni adalah satu level yang tinggi sikit. Okay, step to begins and block the overall the dimension and thickness of the suitable outside wall with the hard pencil. Lay out the position interior partition with the forehead pencil lah. Kat sini, nampak kat situ. 3. Locate the position of the door, window by central line and their width. Double check all the dimension. Number 4. Darken the object line with the F pencils. Next, add door and window symbol with a 2H pencil. Be sure to draw the door swing away from the perpendicular walls to provide the most convenient access. 6. In the center of each room, clearly label the room name, include closet and open space such as entrance. 7. Locate the appliance, plumbing and features by the using scale, symbols, template and straight. 8. Place the appropriate electrical symbol along walls such as wall switches for the light and switchable plugs. 9. Detail the plan by indicating for each room how the floor will be finished and any required subflooring. 10. Erase the extraneous layout line if they are too heavy. If they are extremely light, they can remain. 11. Draw the outline of the other features. 12. Add the symbol and section for any measuring works. 13. Dimension and label space in the drawing. Okay, so the dimension, we go through the subtopic is about the dimension in floor plan. Dimension of the floor plan show the width and length of the building, and it also shown on the location of the doors, windows, stairs, and so forth. Symbols are not show exactly what material are to be used in the building. Dimensions show the size of the material and exactly where they are to be located. Only major dimensions such as the overall width and length of the building and separate room, closet, hall, and wall thickness are shown on the floor plan. The dimension too small to show directly on the floor plan are described either by the note on the floor plan or by the separate enlarged details. The enlarged details are sometimes merely enlargement of some portion of the floor plan and also be allied section indexed to the floor plan. Separate details are usually necessary to interpret adequately the dimensioning of the door and the window detail, or any unusual construction method. Okay. So this is a detail of the drawing. So they focus on the door. They put the plan of the door, elevation, the 3D perspective, and sometimes the detail of the door. Okay. So we go through for the guide to technical pen. Okay, dalam this untuk membuat floor plan ni kita banyak menggunakan technical pen. Tetapi sekiranya kamu tidak dapat membelilah sebab kita fikir PB. Okay, so ada kelonggaran sedikit, kamu boleh menggunakan pensel. Tetapi siapa yang ada pen technical, kamu boleh guna. Dan kalau menggunakan pen, kamu kena menggunakan kertas tracing paper. Tracing paper size A3. Dia macam kertas minyak. Yang selalunya arkitek menggunakannya. Sekiranya kamu menggunakan pensel, pakailah kertas biasa tu, kertas putih. Alright, so the technical drawing pen use a narrow nettle of the plastic tube, usually containing the very thin wires to deliver ink to their tips. The circular tube design allow to create the extremely precise line in any stroke direction. Ink delivery mechanism requires the pen held perpendicular to the writing surface to the function properly, and the pen may not work at more accurate angle. And the characteristic of to be considered is a tip size. The tips to technical drawing pen range for the minusculous 0.03 mm to 1.4 mm. Each tip produce a line of a single width, and different pen can be used in the conjunction to accentuate each others. Small tips are excellent for the producing tiny precious detail, but must be treated delicate to avoid damage. Larger tips are more durable and allow to the richest ink flow, resulting the tip line perfectly for the online or the better letter. Okay, so another tip is a technical drawing pen have added a solid metal tip of the plastic tip with the metal guide. Okay, so they have the metal, they have the plastic. The metal tips are durable and can be made into the very fine tips. A plastic tips pen often feel smoother than their metal counterpart. They are more forgiving of the accurate drawing angles and can be provide a small amount of the line variation, but tend to be less durable. Even the careful use can lead to finer tips breaking a fraying. And disposable and reusable. So they have two type of the pen. Ada yang disposable pakai sekali je, ada yang reusable. Yang mana reusable ni kita boleh refill dia punya ink. Okay, so technical drawing pen are available in either disposable and reusable bodies. Disposable pen require little to no maintenance and are perfect for beginner or on the go draft people. Reusable technical pen are built to the last and lifetime. This pen can be disassembled to refill the ink, replace damaged part, or to clean the pen. They are better suitable for more advanced users as regular cleaning and maintenance is required. Ink filling system. Okay, see yang ni focus on the reusable pen. Okay, among the reusable pen, there are two types of the ink filling system: bottle and cartridge. Bottle ink are more economical but can be messed to the refill and difficult to transport. The cartridges are easy to change and more transportable, but are more expensive and are unique to each brand of the pen. Okay, so type of the technical pen, they have the classic steel nibble pen, disposable pens, refillable pen. Okay, tadi tu is type of the pen. Okay, taking care of your technical drawing pen. Okay, during the use, how the perpendicular to tracing paper to draw. As mentioned previously, technical drawing pen are designed to be held perpendicular to the paper surface and the pen may not work or become damaged when used at the more accurate angle. This pen should never be used at the angle less than 45 degrees away from the paper surface. Smooth papers such as vellum and tracing paper are the best for the pen. And roll the surface such as watercolor paper should be avoided and they may be damaged the tip. Okay, so sebab tu saya galakkan kalau kamu menggunakan pen, use the paper tracing paper. Okay, kalau kamu pakai kertas biasa, dia akan merosakkan mata pen tersebut. Okay, so how about the maintenance? The reusable metal tips pen requires some additional maintenance that should be cleaned and periodically according to the manufacturer direction of the prevent any build up of dried ink. Also avoid the storing these pens for long period of the time with ink inside, as the ink may be dry and clog the narrow pen tips.